Hey guys, welcome back. So the question we'll be answering today is, what do we do when it's time to get your first phone? Like when you're really small, like when it's time to get your first phone. Um, do you get a budget phone or do you get a used phone? Like you always you always have that difficult decision to make. So that's what we're going to be addressing today. So usually in these kind of videos, they tell you, oh, it's just your personal preference, whichever one you decide to go with in the end, it really doesn't matter. But honestly, I think there is a very definitive answer, right? I think budget phone. Get a budget phone and not a flagship phone. At least a used flagship phone. Don't get a used phone. Get a budget phone. Let me tell you why. So currently in 2024, there are tons of budget phones that are very good, very high quality for the price, like $100, $250. That's it. And you can get phones like this, the OnePlus Nord N20 5G, that has practically everything you might need in it. Like, it holds up against old phones like the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, which goes for about $250. So why buy a budget phone over an old flagship then? Usually I tell people to get budget phones for three specific reasons: battery life, support, and updates, right? So basically, support means that they're still making the parts to the phone, right? So if you damage it, which because it's your first phone, you're most likely a really small kid, you're most likely going to damage it. You're going to crack it. And you don't want to crack a phone where they're not making any more of the parts. Because if they're not making any more of the parts, it's going to be very difficult to replace it or fix it, because none of the parts are available. But if you have a new phone, they're still making the parts for it, so you can still get it replaced. All right. And next would be battery life. So an old phone has an old battery in it. That means the battery is going to degrade over time. And with the battery degrading, it's able to use less and less of it. So if your kid loses your phone somehow and its battery is dead, you can't call it, you can't use Find My, like literally you have lost your phone because your battery died because it's an old phone, right? But if you get a new phone, that means it has a new battery. That also means it's more optimized for the latest software. So it's still gonna have better or on par battery with the used phone. And the last reason is updates. Old phones have went through their update periods already. They don't get updated anymore. So what you do is you get a budget phone, so that, let's say you have like this one here, revvl 6 Pro 5G. You can get updates to Android 15. Or if you have this one here, you can get updates to Android 15. You don't have to be running a old software. But on an old flagship phone for the same price, you're running an old software that's not optimized for any of the apps that's current because it's old. But someone else might say, oh, but if you get an S10, you get all of the better performance, and literally everything is better about it. Oh yeah, the raw power, the everything. But honestly, when you're getting your first phone, right? You're obviously going to be a really small kid, probably elementary school. So what elementary schooler is multitasking and using super intensive, high-powered apps that require super powerful processors? Like, literally You do not need that, so you do not need to pay the extra money for it. It's not necessary for a small kid to have that much power. So just get the budget phone. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be easier to maintain, to keep. It's going to have a better battery life. It's going to be easier to repair if it's broken. And because it's a small kid, it's most likely going to get broken. I guarantee you that. So get a budget phone, and that is the definitive answer. Thank you guys for stopping by, and be sure to come when the next video comes around. We're actually going to be releasing another video in just a few days, so be sure to hit subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss it when it comes out. And we'll see you in the next one.